Hey y'all, it's Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Bel-Air, Season 2, Episode 5, Excellence is Everywhere. And let's go ahead and jump into it. I know last week when I did a review, it was just kind of random. I was just freestyling a little bit because I didn't have any notes. This week I took notes, so we're going to go in the flow of the episode. Please drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thinking of the episode. If you've been here before and you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me to grow and keeps me to keep pushing out these videos. If you're new and you enjoy the content at the end, don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and comment. And be sure to share as well if you know somebody that enjoys Bel-Air like we do. Okay, so we start off with Will. He's training with the AAU team. They pushing him real hard, almost in like a hazing-like manner. So they're not letting up on him because he came from Bel-Air. So he gonna have to prove himself. He can say, "Oh, I'm from Philly," all you want. They don't want to hear it. They know you came from Bel-Air, so you got to prove yourself. Meanwhile, Ashley finds out that Miss Hughes got an offer in Chicago, so she won't be coming back to Bel-Air. But Uncle Phil did confirm she'll get a nice settlement, so the protest was not in vain. At school, Will finally arrives, and Carlton finds out because he's waiting to get nominated for this award that teacher was trying to talk him. That's why the teacher was trying to talk him out of doing the protest so he can be nominated for this Founders Award. But they both find out that they're both nominated for the award. And y'all, I take notes as I go, so I'm going in the flow of my notes. I see that the president of the BSU, that's the black community that they have at the school, she was looking suspicious, like she was the one that nominated Will. And I'm like, not putting the cousins together. It's tough because even though they're in a good place now, it's like they're always, especially Carlton, like there's always like an underlying little bit of competition because Will is still fairly new and he's just coming in, don't even know what's going on and just still taking over. So I know it's going to affect Carlton with his anxiety and I'm nervous about it. Especially after Carlton shared why he didn't give the speech. I'm surprised that, she did that, but... So Will isn't concerned about the award. He don't care, because the president, she ended up confirming, I forgot her name, but she ended up confirming that the BSU did nominate Will. And she's like, well, it's a good thing all around. There's 2 black students nominated. So it's a win-win. But Will don't care. He too busy asking Lisa for some swimming lessons because he got to swim. He got to do 50 swimming laps with his AAU league and he can't swim. So he needs her help because remember, Lisa was introduced to us as getting a scholarship for swimming. So that's her expertise. Meanwhile, we see Hilary. She's trying to close that Simply Spiked deal, but her roommates are growing impatient. They like, look, when the other guy here, when he was running the house, we were getting invited to influencer things. We was getting goodie bags. We was getting awards. We was at the parties. We was living. And now we just sitting here watching on our phones like everybody else. We ain't influencing nothing. But she like, chill, I got this. Don't worry. Stick with me. I'm going to come through. We don't need... I'm going to say Karuchi because I keep forgetting her name on the show. But she's like, we don't need Karuchi's help. We can do this on our own. I think her name is Ivy. So Uncle Phil is trying to rectify things at the law firm by strategizing a plan to get his biggest client back. Of course, he needs Geoffrey's help. But Geoffrey seemed like he don't want to be there. Like his mind is elsewhere. He's seeming like he's feeling unappreciated. Okay. He's feeling a little unappreciated. And this whole issue with the son, when it came up with Will and finding his dad, I think that's on the back of his mind. So Carlton's minding his business in school after finding out the news, and his old so-called friend Connor, I don't see it for Connor, don't like Connor one bit. He the villain. But he comes to get up under Carlton's skin, because that's just what he like to do. So Carlton's sitting there and, he gets in his head by saying like, oh, you're going to lose the award. He's like, we both going to lose it because of that little Malcolm X stunt that your cousin pulled. He is just so, like, he can't help himself. He can't help himself. But part of the blame is Carlton's fault because when he was in the locker room singing the N-word, Carlton was up here shimmying and dancing like he should have checked him a long time ago. But he like, neither one of us going to get it thanks to that. So he offers, can't talk today. He offers Carlton some of that powder, some of that white girl. And Carlton declines, but he leaves it on the table. So Carlton is frantic. He's panicking. He immediately rushes to the bathroom before anybody sees it. So he go into one of the stalls. We hear the toilet flush. I don't think he flushed it because we didn't see. If I don't see it being flushed, it ain't flushed. So Uncle Phil plans a lunch meeting with the old client that he's trying to win back, but instead a woman he recognizes arrives. And I'm not sure if this is just a friend or an old fling, if this is an ex-girlfriend, because it was given like there was something more, but we know they could be trying to just lead us on to make us think that, and it really wasn't nothing. So he finds out she stole the client while he was running for office, and she's like, oh, so I guess you're back now at the law firm? And he is. So they catch up. She's like, how's Viv? Nothing to talk about. She's fine. And then he was like, well, what about you? She's like, you know what? 2 failed marriages, no kids, and I'm focused on work. So there's that. You're all caught up. But she was like, but, there's no chance I'm going to give you back this client unless I am, I'm free, I'm open, I'm helpful, I'm willing to help you out. There's one way you can try to get the client back under one condition. So, of course, she makes an offer. We can't see what it is. They go to the next scene. So we're going to find out later what the offer is. So she like, look, there's only one way and one way only you can get that client back. Now, of course, it seems like it's inappropriate, but it's probably not. So I ain't even going to think it's that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Hilary comes over to the bank's house to vent to her mom about work. And her mom like, child, I'm stressed out about work too. Like, listen, I got my own work problems. Because her boss, not the original Aunt Viv, but the second one, the light-skinned one, who's now her boss, Janice, she been riding on her back about this art gallery showing that they're having. And she wants to basically run the event. She is micromanaging. But Hilary like, I gotta close the Simply Spike deal. The girl, my roommates in the house, they not respecting me. So they, kind of gassing each other up, pumping each other up to say like, look, we both bosses. We both got to do what we know is best. So these people can respect us. Meanwhile, Lisa is teaching Will how to swim. They seem to be reconnecting. And I can see it all in her face. She love that boy. So after swim class, Lisa, she tends to her assistant duties when Aunt Viv, and she started running her loose lips, yapping to get to talking. And she talking about how Carlton and Will both nominated for the award. And Aunt Viv was like, oh, I didn't know about that. Instead of stopping there and just letting it go, she like, yeah, I hope they don't, go at each other's necks, especially what happened to Carlton at the protest. So Aunt Viv like, and what happened? And in that moment, she says she talked too much. Team too much, blabbermouth. But now she on the spot, so she gotta tell. So I know she gonna tell, and I'm hoping Carlton doesn't think that Will is the one that spilled the beans. Will checks on Carlton because he saw him talking to Connor, and he know what that was about. So he hoping like, I hope Connor didn't get in your head. But Carlton confirms he's off. Those days of the DRUGS is over. He's not on that. He don't want nothing to do with that lifestyle. He's good. Meanwhile, while they doing that, in the meantime, in between time, Viv told Uncle Phil when he came in the door everything. She like, Lisa told me everything about the panic attack, because y'all know they was trying to up his meds, and Carlton don't want that. And I don't think that should happen either. I think they need to give it a chance, let it even out. So I'm disappointed that Lisa ran her mouth and told, but I knew it was going to come out one way or another. She didn't know, but that's why when you don't know, you don't open up your mouth, and it's not your place and not your space. So Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil split up. They talked to Carlton and Will separately. Aunt Viv was talking to Carlton, and he doesn't want his mom to worry about the panic attack. Meanwhile, Will was like, I'm sorry I didn't say anything, but Uncle Phil understands that he put him in between a rock and a hard place. Like, that was a lot to put on him. But he's like, look, you should still go through with the nomination. Will's like, I don't care about it, and he's willing to take himself out of the running. I knew that wasn't going to last long. We're going to get to it. So it's time for Aunt Viv's art gallery, and Geoffrey saves the day because here come her boss on the back of her, got her foot on her neck, nagging her. But, Geoffrey come in there, he sweep her off her feet and whisk her away so she can let her breathe. Hilary is still trying to convince her influencer housemates that she got something planned. She like, don't, because they was like, this really, I mean, thanks for the invite. Like, we love your family, but this ain't really our scene. And she like, just hold tight. Don't leave yet. I got something up my sleeve. Trust me. Just keep taking pictures. Keep posting. So Doc is there because he dropped off his niece Jackie. And as he's walking out, Will runs up to him and Will tells him about the nomination. He convinces him, like, look, you're a leader too, so you shouldn't just give it up. It was like the school thing, the academics, that's important too when you're trying to get drafted and trying to get these recruiters to look at you for colleges. He's like, you should not just sit back and let your cousin get the award. Like, you got a chance too. Go for it. And I do agree. Like, and plus, if I was Carlton, I wouldn't want it because you dropped out of the running. And I feel like, okay, well, I just got it by default. I want to earn that thing. So Lisa and Doc's niece Jackie meet. I see drama on the horizon with these two because they like, oh, hey girl, you cute. I like your boots. Oh, do your thing. You know how we be doing. You know, with the girl on girl. We be motivating women on women, like how we do, especially with the black girl magic of it all. But when they find out they got one man in common, you know, things they change real quick. So Uncle Phil tells Geoffrey about the lunch he had with, her name is Erica, and that's the lawyer who stole his client. He said he's not going to tell Aunt Viv, just another secret that Geoffrey got to hold. Carlton and Jazz are off to the side. They people watching. That's what I like to do. When I'm out and about, I'm a people watch. It's fun. Like, it's just fun little banter about people you don't know, you probably won't even see again. So while they talking, he like, oh yeah, that Jazz, like that Shaft looking guy over there. You know, he probably an aspiring actor because the guy had on a long leather Shaft like jacket. Sorry, my heat kicked on. So if y'all hear the noise, just listen to my voice. So he finds out it's LaMarcus, a football player who used to play for the Eagles, and now he traded to the Rams. Jazz getting his fangirl on, okay? Acting like a groupie, talking about bets he made. And then he looking at Hilary like, okay, well, how y'all know each other? And she's like, this is my ex. So Jazz feeling a little insecure because he's tall, he's 6'5", you know. Hilary played by Coco Jones. That's my fellow tall sis. So they looking good together. They looking compatible. It's all chocolatey and aesthetically pleasing. And Jazz feeling a little intimidated and a little bit insecure. But it's not to Hilary's dismay. She locked arms. She like, you know, this is my ex. And she said, and LaMarcus, this little man right here, this is my boyfriend. This is my new man. She locked arms with him. This is my man now. Okay? When I take off the heels, we the same height. Period. So LaMarcus was like, boyfriend? What? He looking like, is this a joke? But, you know, Jazz is just feeling insecure. Because she was like, I'll be right back. Like, she's like, I'd call him because he's famous. He's a famous athlete, and I'm trying to lock in this deal. So I'm with you. I'm not worrying about him. But he see LaMarcus over there joking with the family, and they like, ooh, welcoming him with open arms, and he feeling a little intimidated by it. But that was her trick up her sleeve. So later on, we see Jackie. She performs. She's a dancer, like professional dancer. Not a dancer, a Magic City dancer. They some dancers too. I'm telling you, I ain't trying to go off on no tangent, but if you're going to be a stripper, like, that is a lot of leg and arm strength that I don't have, let me tell you. But no, Jackie's like a performing arts dancer. She's performing with tap dancers. They had a nice little show, a nice little performance, and then Lisa pulls her to the side. She chit chat. She like, yeah, you did your thing, girl. That was good. She like, oh yeah, girl, thanks, girl. And here come Will. He gonna kiss Jackie right in front of Lisa, knowing Lisa still got feelings for him, and y'all didn't even end off smooth. Like, y'all didn't even end off on a good note. Like, it was kind of fuzzy. Like the door was cracked. Because even when he said, like, when Sweetie was performing, he was like, you know, maybe one day we could get back together, but we taking a break right now. So why would you come in and kiss somebody else in front of her? So Lisa was like, oh, I didn't know you knew her. Okay. And so she walk away and leave because, no, I'm not about to sit here and you playing me to the left. So Jackie like, okay, what's the story between y'all two? What's going on? Because I feel the tension in the air. It's thick. I can cut it. Like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, we just friends. And she like, now. And he like, okay, we had a thing. No, y'all were a couple. not a thing. These immature boys, they be just as immature when they full grown men too. But she was like, look, we're cool now. And she's like, maybe you are, but she ain't. I know that's right. So after everything is over, everybody leave, Lisa's still there doing work because she's her assistant. So Will goes to find Lisa, and basically she cutting them off. She like, it's over. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want nothing with you. Will seemed surprised, and why? Because he was like, well, you was with old boy. I thought we was moving on. Like, yeah, she was with him, but she wasn't kissing nobody in front of your face. Like, you took it to a whole nother disrespectful level. So after everybody's gone, we find that mysterious piece because there was like a piece that Hilary's roommates from the influencer house, it was like, ooh, we love this piece. Like, we want to. And then Hilary's like tagged the artist. They was like, we can't. It's anonymous. We don't know who did it. Come to find out, it was Aunt Viv's piece. And it was the best piece in the place. But she was trying to, humble herself down and not expose that it's her art so she can put these other artists out and uplift them, get their names out there. But it's like, and Uncle Phil, like, but get your name out there too, though. Like, don't water don't dim your light and water yourself down. You can be out there as well. But he also tells her they got a problem. He put cameras in his office. He knew something wasn't right. He had a feeling. And he was like, the reason why he did it was because Geoffrey is looking for his son. And I was thinking, like, they was going to be like, oh, let's help him find his son. No, that ain't what he's trying to do. And I'm so disappointed. So, anyway, Hilary had closed a Simply Spike deal. Her peers are like, yes, she's like, I told y'all. And so she went from peer to boss. They was like, okay, boss, we see you, boss lady. And so she earned her respect. But is it at the cost of her relationship? Because now Jazz is ghosting her. He ain't responding to none of her texts. He dipped, didn't say bye, nothing. For all that, she didn't have to tell LaMarcus that was her boyfriend. She could have just got back with him because, he is kind of fine. So Uncle Phil, was like, look, he's trying to find his son Frederick. We got a name, so we probably gonna see a face in a minute. And he was like, we know we can't let that happen. What happened the last time when y'all was tampering with people in their parental business? This ain't your place. We need the background, because why not? Why can't it happen? Why? We got to get all the details on this. So we see Carlton later on. Him and Will are both looking at the award they got nominated for on their laptops. And then Carlton pull out that sugar booger, that white girl, that powdery stuff. And he go to his closet. And we know what happened when he go in that closet. And that is where the episode ends. So y'all let me know. Like, it's still building up. It's suspenseful every episode. It's dramatic. Y'all let me know where y'all think we're going to go next. How'd you feel about this episode? Drop down in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.